Finally. Friday. Finally. Friday. Finally. Friday. Finally. Friday. Woo! Yeah. It's here. It's time. It's yours. It's mine. So be on time. Friday. Hoping we have tea on Friday. Come play with me on Friday. Choose your destiny. Raw fast. Nice. Finally, Friday. Finally, Friday. Finally, Friday. Finally, Friday. Yeah. Friday.
You. Rock on.
Welcome back to Desert Desolation, everybody.
Thank you.
For our refresher, we arrived in Bralazar, strangers in a strange land. We learned through our host, Aman El-Raquib, that it was blessed magic on a map that we found that brought us here. So it's one of the gods that transferred us from Greyhawk to Forgotten Realms. We also learned of the curse of Amun-Re. 1,000 years ago, it dried up the fountain that sprayed out near the temple of Amun-Re and the Bakar Empire and created the river Athos. And with the curse, that all dried up. And all the thriving plant life and trade and cities along that river were deserted because of it. The desert became the Desert of Desolation. Now we're in the region of Rauren. That's what it was formerly called. And after the curse, the inhabitants of Rauren moved out of the Desert of Desolation. They were called the Rurandi. And they worship and support the worship of freedom of religion. Worship any god you choose. And they feel duty bound to protect the old temples from pillaging and destruction. And after the curse of Amun-Re, they moved south across the Dustwall Mountains through the Northknife Pass and into Bralazar. And they moved in to the rich district of all the fancy houses of the main strip of Bralazar and maintained and kept up all the temples there. Until trade was reestablished about 75 years after the curse of Amun-Re by the Dupari, who created the Sand Voyagers Guild. Now the Sand Voyagers Guild are the only ones nowadays that frequently travel through the Desert of Desolation. The Dupari are in control of every major city in this region. Their police force are the mighty Lancers and Air Lancers. The Lancers are riding horses, and the Air Lancers ride Pegasi. The Dupari have in control all the major outposts. The outposts at the Northknife Pass and the outposts south of Bralazar through the Dustwall Mountains to the south, all tightly controlled. Bona fides have to be shown that you're that you have authorization to either enter the Desert of Desolation from Bralazar. That bona fide comes from the hetman, who gives out a medallion. And we have that medallion, having acquired it last session.
Yep.
With the Dupari and the Sand Voyagers Guild, the Dupari moved back into Bralazar, demanding the worship of their one god anew. They consider all other religions heresy, and they destroyed all the temples or remade them in Bralazar to present day. And the Rurandi that lived there were either forced to convert to the one religion anew, or they were driven out into the desert to live as nomads. Now we were told by Aman el-Raquib that the Rwandi will generally have strongholds and encampments around ancient ruins and temples because they feel duty bound to protect them from what they call infidels, looters, and pillagers. So we have to be aware of that because we're after what? Do you remember?
The 5 gems.
Yeah, the 5.
Stars of Martek.
That's correct. 5 large magical gems that are required to enter Martek's tomb. And the reason why we need to enter Martek's tomb, now this all comes from the prophecies of Martek that we learn through Aman el-Raquib. State that he used a mighty sphere of power to defeat a great Ifrit and imprison him over 1,000 years ago. The imprisonment was temporary. He's going to break out soon or be released somehow. So that's why Martek scattered these 5 star gems that we need to find in each city in what is now the Desert of Desolation of ruins. In each city, he gave 1 star gem to the rulers of each city that straddle the river Athos, which is now dried up.
Interesting.
So we have to recover these 5 star gems. Get into Martek's tomb and recover the sphere of power to destroy the Ifrit.
And we didn't really have a time frame because we didn't know
We
when
don't
it's
know when it's
coming.
going to be released.
Aman el-Raquib stated that a recently discovered book or tome was about 3 months ago deciphered and predicts, gave a rough timeline of when the Ifrit could be released, and that timeline is a matter of weeks away.
Okay, so we did have a time.
Yeah, yes,
Well, I didn't hear that part. So.
yes.
So we got to zigzag across this desert in a matter
Well,
of
we
weeks.
gotta go through the paths that they have that we can use.
I'll give you this map again to remind everybody here that we started in Bralazar and we're heading towards the Northknife Pass.
Yep.
Bralazar right here. We are currently right here where it says PCs.
Nice.
This dotted line represents the 40 feet wide Sand Voyagers Guild
Yep.
road, if you will. But they're skid marks through the sand because the guild with giant lizards that we all saw from last session drag huge
Kind of packed
sand ships
Yeah.
across the sand
Yep.
to move their goods. So we're heading towards this Northknife Pass. Remember, each hex on there is 5 miles, okay? Remember, we have to rest our pack animals every hour.
Yep.
So we estimated at least 4 to 5 days to the Northknife Pass and another 3 to 5 days to get through the pass. Now the pass is a zigzagging trail, so you can, the elevations isn't too steep, so you can handle it.
Yep.
It goes up to 11,000 feet at the summit before it breaks down the other side. The same type way.
She'll take us a while to get up that.
Oh, yes.
So how many weeks before?
So before we even get to the Desert of Desolation, we're looking at about 10 days.
Yeah.
Now we left Bralazar with all our pack animals loaded and our wagon skiff at about 3 hours before sunset in the afternoon, and it was completely overcast.
Yep.
Temperature's about 100 degrees.
So this is day.
We traveled for 7 hours before having the encounter we
Yes.
have now. So if you had a watch and looked at it, it'd be probably about 11 p.m. The heat is still radiating off the sand, so it's very much warm out still. But you're starting to feel like from the shoulders up, especially you, Reviak, tallest in the party, a chill starting to set over the desert. The overcast sky is starting to clear up a little bit, and you can see a couple stars here and there, which really intrigues you because you're wondering what the stars may look like here. They're going to be totally different in this new place. It might give you an idea how far from home you are. But the fight broke out as the sand exploded, and out came this giant insect known as the ankeg, and another one followed it. Followed by one more at the end of the round. They all spit acid on round 1.
Yep.
Now, the DM on round 1, when that happened, rolled for reactions for your pack animals individually, all 6 of them. The lowest row was a 15. So they were getting close to panicking, but not trying to bolt and break free of their harnesses yet. But I have to recheck that every round. Now we killed one, which was number 1, that came out in front of the party. Number 2 was Nick's that came out to the side of the wagon. Number 3 came out at the end of the round and didn't have any actions and won't until this round.
And your time of about 11 o'clock is very accurate according to my moon dial.
Your moon dial is not quite working in overcast sky at the moment. But I love it. Stealthwind.
My bow.
Yeah, you're not toe to toe with anybody. You're in the center.
Right.
Yeah, everybody familiar yourself with the position of
Yeah,
your
there's
character?
some errors.
So this is day 1/night?
Yes.
I want to try to keep track. That's the way our timeline.
Absolutely, and DM is going to try to keep vigilant time as well because we have to keep track of all our water rations and food and stuff. So, if we are ready to begin round 2 of our combat here,
We are ready, DM.
alrighty, let's get it on. Sino.
Sino is going to be doing a special on 8.
Now, remind Sino he has some new gauntlets he hasn't
Oh,
tried
yes.
yet.
Moving on 4 and attacking on 8.
And we got Aster because Gorlish is still rolling in the sand. We have a player out tonight. We miss you, Gorlish. Feeling under the weather.
Focus. Moving silent on 10. And Bowen and Howen on 15, 20, and 25.
Stealthwind.
Huh? Are we hazing?
Were we decent?
No.
I
No,
don't think so.
No.
Okay.
it's tightly controlled in this round.
Yes.
Um,
Nice.
Stealthwind will be doing a special on 6.
Good specials, huh?
In other words, I'm going to be grabbing the reins and saying, yeah! And trying to get these mules to come up here along his
Sino.
left side, Sino's left
And
side,
move away.
to get him up a little further away from the action.
Okay, you'll be doing an animal handling check at that moment. Reviek.
Running up
He's dead.
on 2 to try to
Moving
keep them
on 2.
from- Yeah, moving on 2.
Cam number C5.
Probably died less.
7,
He hasn't made it back.
12, and 17.
He wrote me down. It's a special.
Yeah, I got it.
Hey, Festalin rolled a 2 on his initiative as well.
Just go.
And my locale's right there. Okay, I'm gonna.
Again, I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mine's a 5.
Okay, our first up is Reviek. You can move.
Nice. I was hoping you'd be able to move.
Me too.
Depending on your
Toe to
attack.
toe, so they're not
Depending on your
gonna be-
attack, anyways.
I'll say right there. 8.
Number 3 spits an acid gobble at you.
Oh,
Higher
we got,
level, actually. Got 2.
what over
I
there?
know that.
Okay.
Ooh, an 18.
You might want to spit on his partner too.
That's going to be a -4.
On me?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Better stop, drop, and lay there in the sand.
In a minute.
Your movement automatically determined it was going to be you in that circumstance.
Because I'm like
Moving up threateningly.
10.
You're taking 20 points of damage from the acid, and it sizzles and smokes and steams off of you.
It all depends on how they react.
Sino, you can move. You hear a sucking of sand being sucked into the ground as number 3 goes back under the ground.
Oh, prick.
I'm gonna temporarily move his number and his That was on segment 4 as well.
Oh,
On
just
segment
disappeared, didn't it?
5,
Yes.
Number 2. These big mandibles, about
that's
3
that one right there.
feet long each, snap into you.
Reviac.
That's a tilt up
And
here.
they bite and spit.
Yes, they do.
With a clang right over your head as you duck.
Yeah.
Looks like it hurts.
How tall are they? Out of the
Apparently a lot taller than you.
Hey, you got a brand new flat top
About a
hat?
third of them is sticking out of the sand, so that's about 12 to 15 feet.
What?
You got a brand new flat top hat?
Yeah. It's sizzling.
Segment 6, Stealth Wind. You make yourself a animal handling roll.
That'd be a 19.
Well, sweet.
Oh, he's a Hiami one.
And since
They have a full movement pulling the wagon of 10 squares. You can move total, so.
Not gonna go that far. Just coming up here.
About half that.
Very good roll, Stealth Wind.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna tell the camels to spit on Gorlish. That helps with the acid.
The animal handling roll was not quite high enough. You need to add 20 to it.
Spit on command. Come on.
And these are polite camels. They never spit. I'm only kidding.
Well, as ugly as he is, they might spit on him.
Fastalin is going to let loose with a sling bullet. Move me to the flank of Reviac towards me. Yep, about right there. My Al-Akbar, guide my bullet toward its target. Next time.
Next time. Oh, I see where it's over. Yeah.
Could be hard to find in the desert.
Must have meant going in
I
somebody's
want to
head.
move up, but if that hen cake shows up over here, I want to be close enough for somebody else to get here and help.
Could be right in the middle of the camels.
Let me see. At this moment, see now, roll me a perception check.
You feel the vibration.
17. So.
Yes, you do.
Perception's 5 more, so.
You feel a slight vibration.
22.
Coming up near me?
Yes.
Perfect.
And going right by you, and the ground erupts with number 4.
Ooh, tricky.
Tricky.
I'm ducking down in this
Right in
bag.
front of our C5 camel on this side of him.
Ready, yeah?
Yep.
This is
I'm taking a
You have
dive
another?
right there.
I wish I could. I don't have my moving till 10.
And tries to mandible.
The camlet though. He's packed, so he has a higher armor class.
He's tethered. He's got an armor class of 10. And he got hit.
Oh, yeah.
But
Tethered ones have an armor class of 10, period.
I thought if they had pack on them, they were.
No, if they're packing free, they
Where they can
an
move
armor-
around freely. Okay, 6, 10 points of damage to C5.
Actually, I believe Gorlish freed those.
That camel is freaking out and trying to break free of his harnesses. A nat 1 is not doing it at this moment. Doing a check now for the other 5. Wow, 17, 18, 14, 2 12s. C4 and C2.
Both on this side.
Yep.
Are trying to break free of their restraints.
We'll pull back on the reins. Whoa, camel. Whoa,
A 5.
camel.
Doesn't do it. And another nat 1.
Got some camel damage going on here.
Zeno, behind you! Get to that one quick! He's attacking the camel!
Reviac attack.
I felt that one coming through the sand well before
That's a
you
leader. It's inside my.
knew it was even around.
DM, since they're already trying to break away and probably go that way, I'm going to pull the reins that way and see if I can turn the whole wagon. Try to do a U-turn here on this.
Okay, I'll let you do that here coming up on segment 8.
Armor class of 3 hit?
Yes it does.
Oh, good. That was a low ass.
Trying to go with their fear but keep them from breaking away.
16 points of damage to number 2.
It almost,
Breath stinks. Oh.
Oh, the breath does stink.
almost did not survive your attack, Reviac.
I'll try to help, but I'm trying to keep our.
If a Stalin with another sling bullet, if he can hit this son of a.
Get it.
Armor class of 3 as well. Yeah. 10 more points, 8 more points.
Another
Number
one.
2 is dead.
That one you might be able to get back.
Mighty fine.
Seku Akbar! Move me, I've got not enough movement left actually, but you could take me 6 towards the wagon.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
By the thunder!
Yeah.
Yes, come protect me.
Asta, are you hurt?
No, not yet.
Go ahead, Southwind, make another animals handling check.
16 and 4.
Alright, yeah, successful.
You're 20.
Okay, so I'm gonna just let them, as they're trying to break away, I'm gonna actually hold the reins so that these two hook around or along around them.
Yeah, they're both on the same side, so you're turning it towards them to give them slack and go with them. Gotcha. Very good. Very good.
So they
Now
feel
you're going to
like
be
they're-
done for the round. That
Yep.
was two action rolls for you. And Sino, you're up with your attack.
How stable's the sand underneath my feet, DM?
You're good there until you get off the edge.
Your steps sink in a good 5-6 inches, like you would expect from a sandbox or a beach. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that.
Leaping from right there and coming around with a roundhouse kick to number 4. And that is a armor class of
15. He's gonna hit something.
Nice.
3 DM.
Yeah, nice connect, exactly as described. Very good.
His mandibles clang.
As I hit, yeah, as I hit, the ringing shotgun grasp goes off, comes through that foot.
Oh, sweet. 19 on the save, so whatever damage from the shocker, he gets half.
Gets half.
Yep.
10, so he gets 5 from that, and then I've got
You're sick damage.
uh, 4 points of damage, and yeah, you ain't gonna knock him
So
out.
9 total?
Yep, 9 total.
9 total.
It was a good move.
You ring this bell anyway.
I got to hit till I have to.
Whatever Bell and Uncake had.
He did hit. Do you want to move away? Segment 9,
What we're able to do now.
Stealth Wind. You see a peculiar sight. You see a bunch of sand flying, and moving through the sand seems to be this big jagged rock that comes to a point. And it's moving in a southwesterly direction. And on segment 10, Aster moves silent, and you notice it too, Aster, as you're doing this. It's coming in a direct line, it seems, towards this area.
Well, as I'm holding,
Sticks out about 5 feet from the sand, about 4 foot
as
wide.
I'm holding the reins on the left ones to keep them turning, and I would be like, yeah, mule, yeah, mule.
I'll take a roll here for Aster's move silent.
Because you never did tell me exactly how far those camels were going to move as we were turning.
I liked what you did, so you got no argument from the DM.
Okay.
Yeah. You almost trip in the sand, Aster, and catch yourself with your palm. It makes a thud as you put yourself off the sand to regain, so you don't fall down.
It's hard moving in this stuff.
Yes, it is. I heard you quite well.
On segment 12, the sand explodes, and quite a sight. You see this odd head-shaped snapper with four legs coming up out of the sand like it's water. And
Going after number 4.
It's a snap ahead.
Pat with a 17 is going to hit number 3. He hits and gets in his jaws the upper half of number 3.
You mean number 4?
Or number 4, yeah. And
An ally.
takes it down into the sand a little bit to the ground and starts munching on it.
There you go.
Are we fighting this thing too?
28 points of damage to number 4.
You might want to run.
Or not move a muscle?
This creature's bigger than the lead head that is, or the figure that is there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's called a boulet. Also called a land shark. Aster, of course, you were not silent, but you can fire an arrow. And you can still have a shot at number 4 as being munched on, or go for the boulet. Number 5 is the boulet.
Shoot number
Well,
5.
he gave it a number. It's number 5.
It's negative 12.
Oh, that'll
Goes
hit.
for the biggest first.
Yeah. It's not a bad play, though.
That'd be 13 points of damage.
As your arrow sinks in right above its left eye. Right eye. Yeah, left eye on your side.
Right.
No, it's the right eye. Yeah.
Right eye.
It doesn't even seem to flinch as it seems to be tearing flesh off of number 4. Rebiak last attack.
And this was bigger than the ant cake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big enough to eat a camel, so I guess we better kill it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Swinging it.
Battle chain.
Big guy. Way negative. 5.
As you approach, it looks right at you with part of the creature in its mouth hissing. And an armor class of what?
Negative 5.
It does hit.
This is your next.
18 points of
No, I
damage.
think it was trying to say finish.
The
killing
creature
this thing.
roars back in obvious pain as blood stains the sand.
They're moving away. It's 16
He's in pain, huh?
The Ankeg, temporarily ignored, tries to stand up straight in the sand again, the upper 1/3 of its body there. And the Ankeg slams it down, or the Boule slams it down with one of his large legs and makes a movement to get right into your face.
Oh,
The
shit.
bullet
Pinning its meal it was snacking on.
Can I tap in it with it?
No, he's standing on it
Oh,
now.
stand at it, but facing me.
Yeah, right in your face. Aster, another arrow.
Watch out.
Come on, get it.
Ducking.
That sounded good going by.
One.
This thing's huge.
Hit and bounced off. This thing seems to be like rock hard skeleton, exoskeleton.
I'm class 1.
Try again, 3rd arrow.
Pull back harder.
My first one of the night. Get that out.
Forgiven, but not again.
And it's a negative 1.
That does just hit.
And that's going to be for 12 points of damage.
8 or higher.
Now a negative 1 reverses the 1.
Yeah, right. Get the one back.
I got my 1 back.
First one of the night, writing it down.
Yeah, whatever.
The upper half of the Ankeg underneath number 5 no longer seems to be moving much. It is the end of the round.
I didn't think he would be.
Foiler's dead, huh?
We got
Or the weight of the creature on it, it can't move. One of the two, you do not know, Sino.
But
IMV, Sino, round 3.
Be quick again.
Get him, Cino, get
Yeah,
him.
not too bad. I will be doing a martial arts move on 9. Moving on 5, taking on
I
9.
should just give away that magical gauntlet you got, buddy.
No, yeah. Don't you worry.
saving it for a special occasion.
Special.
Waiting for the next creature.
You remember it's got large spikes, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it's
Yes,
magical,
I
right?
remember it.
You're on your hands, right?
No, I put it around my
Because
shield.
I'm telling you, even Bruce Lee would use something to fight this. Whether it's a staff or what. But you can kick it in his head all you want to. Stealth win.
I don't think it'll work so much on that.
Tried to hide a 9, tagging on 12 and 15.
Esther?
Oh, mighty Illustrious, help me move silent on 3, and then I will take 8, 13, and 18.
Reviak. Stalen's got a 6 this time.
10, 15, 20.
That's not too bad for you.
You wanna...
Stalen rolled a 6. 8, 10.
There's keys in there.
That's what I would do.
Camera action.
Alright, Esther, you're first. If you can move silent this round.
Try and turn through this shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's see now where you're at. You heard that.
Oh yeah.
Felt it.
Kicking up an awful lot of sand over there. It's a little different style.
Yeah, he's blind. He ain't deaf.
Okay, the bullet with its huge jaws, some of the ankeg still in its teeth, snapped down on you, Reviak. Ooh, rolled a 10, it's an armor class of 1. Is that gonna get you? No. It does snap around you, but your armor, magical it is, doesn't even get pinched. You're safe.
Got lucky, didn't you?
It leaps over you to bury himself in the sand again. As it does so, and it's over top of you,
Yeah,
you
free
can take a
attack.
free swipe at it.
Yep, I will. As it slides by me, I'll swing up. Rolled -4.
Oh yeah. You just have to hold the sword up as it passes. Big long cut.
19 points of
Yeah,
damage.
that would be an epic scene from the barbarian right there in the
All the
film.
guts don't spell out as it.
Yeah, it's trying to say, hey, fool, I was trying to help you. Let me
As
get out of
it
here.
bursts into the ground about where you set it there, sand exploding and then sinking down behind it. A
Yeah,
lot of the sand
sensing if
is
it's-
stained of blood, leaving a trail right over you, on you,
Oh,
into
yeah.
where it went in the ground.
I'm
It
sensing if it's
bleeds.
moving away
It
from us.
bleeds.
What's that,
Can I
Sino?
feel if it's moving away from us?
It is.
Yeah, it's definitely moving away from us.
It's burrowing back down.
Well, yeah.
Acting like it's
Esther, you're holding on segment 8. Festalen is holding on segment 8.
you feel any
Stealthwind
more?
is holding.
Do you feel anything?
Stealthwind
That's
is
what I'm waiting for.
coming up here and
Felt like
doing
it was
his
moving away.
hiding shadows.
Hiding in shadows.
Either further away or.
And he
You were
blends
not
in-
silent, Esther, of course.
And it blends in very well with this ragged
that.
thing, by the way.
My dice aren't working for you yet. I'm not woke up or something. Let's see how you 70% is yours, right, Stealthwind? Or are you moving silent, you said, or hiding?
Hiding.
He's
Okay.
hiding.
And my height is very good.
Yeah, it's 90%.
Yes.
I can't see you from here.
And that is a fact. The vibrations are out of range for us to detect, except for Sino, who's still feeling them slightly with his extra awareness being born blind.
It's certainly moving further away.
But yeah, and
It's
it
not
doesn't
getting any
return within a minute. The camels,
How rusted are they?
the 3 of them are still very panicky and need calming down. That's C5, who is wounded,
Yeah, one of these-
C4, and C2. Who's going to each one, and roll me one.
I'm going up here to.
Animal handling checks, please.
Oh yeah. 18, yeah.
Very good. Role play with this, guys.
Oh,
Oh, come.
I'm gonna.
The thunder.
Roll's gonna suck without role play.
Hold on, baby.
Give that thing something to eat. Wash its wounds down
Yeah, I'm
with
gonna try
water.
to clean the wound and get the.
By the thunder and Akbar, we were victorious.
Very good role play and roll.
Hold on. I got you. I
Patting it.
got you.
And who went to the other one? That's only 2 of them.
Pastilla?
C4 needs to be taken care of. I have C2.
You want to go?
I'll jump out and look
I'm-
here.
Okay.
I'm mooring around the way.
Stealth Wind's got it.
Maybe we can get out of the buggy then.
15 DM.
Oh yeah, all calmed down.
Good driving too, by the way.
Thank you, thank you.
Steering, whatever it's called.
As the situation seems to be calming down, and you've got the pack animals calmed down, and you're checking them over, we're going to be healing this camel. But I need 1 perception roll from each of you. In turn, though. Hold on. See no? Perception.
Ooh, 16 and 5 more is 21.
21. Okay, Southland.
Yeah. 12.
12 on perception for you. Aster?
Okay, perception. Oh, no. Oh, nice. It'll be 24.
Oh, yeah. Can you beat that, Raviak?
You said perception?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't perceive shit. I'm
So-
looking at this camel right
So
now.
what's your total?
5.
Okay. Let's see what Fastalin does here. 19 total.
See, dude just totally
I'm
snuck up
really
on you.
focused on this camel right now. I can't be.
Aster, you noticed this. On C1 camel, on the harness that holds the bit and comes back along his chin to the one around his neck, seems to have a hidden zipper compartment on the back of it.
Hey, Stealthman, come check this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and check that out,
There's
DM.
a little zipper compartment I just seen.
Inside, you find official paperwork of ownership of the camel, which gives its name and other stuff. This is C1, and it's Malik. You want to pass this down to Aster?
That is what you found.
And after she found this, we all get the idea that we check all the camels.
That's what I thought I heard, that little jingle of the...
Cino was 21, you're going to get C2. This is your camel here, buddy.
Oh, sweet.
You're a good boy.
Next highest was Fastalin, so I'm getting C3.
I mean,
Yeah, learn your pronunciations and names of your camel, because when it comes into critical animal control, you're going to want to use its name to help overall situation. Stealthwind was the next highest, so he's getting C4, which is Salma. Make sure you pronounce Salm before the It's one word, but it's Salma as opposed to
Thelma.
Salma. It's a very subtle difference. All right. So that was Stealthwind. Rebiak with his lonely little 5.
That's what I'm saying. Number 5.
You are beautiful. Well, handsome, Malik. You are very handsome.
So we're gonna give you Beline.
C5. Oh.
Well, because Gorlish isn't here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he should get.
I'm gonna be controlling 2 for now.
Gotcha. You said by Leia?
It's pronunciations right there.
Belay. Beli.
There's Len.
Belin.
There you go. Don't look at the way the name's spelled. Look at the pronunciation. That goes for all of them on the cards down there.
Totally missed one.
Now, C4, or C5 rather, is 10 points down. Who's got C4?
I think I found some healing in that pouch.
Or C5, I mean.
C5.
Yeah, I'm right
Oh,
there.
it's up here. Here, you take C5. Give me that one back.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So, adjust the hit points and pencil. That's down 10. But you don't have to right now because you're going to heal it.
Right. I'm gonna take out some little.
You'll also find, along with where this paperwork was, instructions that in the largest side pack on each of them, you'll find a bag of, they're called bisques. And these are like almost big grapes.
Okay.
And they're instructed to give wounded pack animals one of these.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. And it will, each one gives an automatic 10 back.
Okay.
Oh, that's
And how many was it down? 10?
10.
Awesome.
So you feed them one of these. Now the DM's keeping track of the inventory on the grains
Okay.
Excuse me.
and the water. so
Hot
your
water.
PCs don't have to do it.
Right?
That's much better.
But I want you to keep track of the damage, and if the camels have to defend itself, you got the Thakos there as well.
Yep.
There's a hoof attack, and a spit. Yep.
Yeah.
What is it at the bottom? 25% to
Blind.
blind.
1 to 3 rounds. Yeah.
B-L-I-N-D.
Okay,
1 to
spitting.
3 rounds.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we did mention that a little while ago. Spitting.
Okay. Are we all
Um,
healed up and ready?
The armor is chaffy.
Was not touched.
The heat, the armor is chaffy.
Yes, Chaffee.
The heat that we are not accustomed to at all is really taking a toll on us. This, not quite 4 rounds of combat, felt like at least 10 to us.
Sure did.
Absolutely.
I am so thirsty.
And we noticed after about a half-hour break, the pack animals are still a little bit restless and windy and needs to calm down a little bit further.
Readjusting all the wrappings around me to get myself back to fully covered.
You did also find the ones that were trying to break free. You had to retighten
Get
some
your
of their
girls-
harnesses.
Yep.
Just to do that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say readjusting the harness.
And by the time we take that break and get everything readjusted, it's about coming upon midnight. So we can probably travel another hour before giving the camels another break. And,
Put him in there.
you gotta just remove him for now.
We'll bury him. He was good.
He's being dragged behind the wagon to help get the acid off him, Jose. No.
Are we riding the wagon or walking?
Unless you want to consume twice as much water. Yeah, that's why we got the skid. So everybody should get in the wagon.
Who driving?
I'm actually on the side of the skid
Right here?
where the rudder is. Got my foot hanging on the side. Right on.
Okay.
So stealth wind. You got the reins?
Yep.
Yeah. So a check for you, and it would help with roleplay to use maybe C1 and C2's name correctly in the command, because they're going to be the ones starting it. C3 and 4 kick in automatically.
Malik?
And who's C2?
Amina.
Malik and Amina.
Malik. Amina.
Amina.
Idiot. No, they didn't like that at all.
Yeah, it was scary.
No, the 2.
A couple of them spit, doing their hoof little dance, or being a little stubborn.
Amina.
Calm down. Calm down.
Okay, camel. When I say giddy up, I mean giddy up, camel. 14.
Okay, yes, they start to go. Man, I can't wait until they won't woe for you.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Just had to lower the voice. That's all.
So as you
Show my
as we
authoritative
travel
side.
along, I'm gonna gently talk to Fatuma.
Okay.
Just over the period of time, just talk to us so it gets used to my voice.
Very good. Vestalen's going to do the same with Hessen,
C4,
which is C3.
C3, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right there.
Hessen, that's a good boy. Yeah.
What's that sound you like?
Fatuma, tipo.
To Sternalia meets you, Malik.
Each paperwork listed the age of the camel. The oldest is about 22, and that's Malik. The youngest is Beline, and Beline is about 18 years old. Now, camel lifespan is up to 40 years, been known to live past 50 in some rare cases. So,
Also, DM,
depends on the life.
as we travel along, I'm gonna sit down and focus on Timora. As I'm turning the ring from King Longpike, and I'm gonna say, Timora, I don't know if you can reach out, but please help me with this sending. And try to magically send Longpike through Timora a message, brief one. Longpike, if you would get this message, we have been transported to a strange land. We are here to do good. We will be back as soon as humanly or deity possible.
lost out
I
here.
hope you get this message. We have not abandoned our land.
My friends.
Cord too.
Mighty Cord, bring down your favor and push this message through Timora and bring us good tidings to Longpike.
Continue to do your good bidding to mighty Illustria.
The clouds have cleared up as we doing our prayers and stuff. Anyone else want to do any prayer? or anything?
What in the
I
thunder?
pray that you will keep an eye
Allah
on
Akbar.
my brother Jake.
Thank you for the aid in our battle with these new creatures around here in this
Keep
wild
my
sand.
family safe from all the harm.
Very good,
Humble
Esther.
servant is very appreciative.
Oh, mighty Lusanda, help me with my prayers to mighty Al Akbar. Guide us in these new lands and our struggles ahead. And keep us safe and our animals healthy.
Keep them well fed.
Illustria, help me guide these camels throughout the night and keep us safe and pass on anything we need to get Thaylen as he may guide my arrows tomorrow.
Good deal. In our next break, I'm going to replace C1 with C5.
Okay, just a minute though, my friend. Let's finish this prayer.
As we push on, guide us, help us, and let us know if we can, with any pre-warnings through Sino, if we can feel the vibrations of approaching critters like we fought this time. In your name I pray and thank you.
Nasty critters.
All right, man. DM gives you an applause for
Yeah,
that.
yes,
2,000 experience points for that, everybody. Good role play. Esther, I'm sorry I had to interrupt you. You had a good thought there, what you wanted to do. You can tell us what that is now, man.
I'm going to switch out Malik for, I don't know what the name is for
To change positions of the camels a little bit?
Yeah.
Sure,
Like you,
sure.
Fatima? Which one is the Malik?
Up front.
C1?
Eddie
C2?
side, C1 up front.
Okay. I will help him assist with my camel.
Animal handling, folks.
Oh yeah, better do that.
Yeah, better do that. Do that.
Role play with it.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry, Malik, I'm sorry.
Okay, calm down, calm down.
If you role play before the roll, it might help a great deal. So just tell the result.
Whoa, camel! Whoa, camel!
Role play first.
Come on, baby.
Fatima.
Oh, that's much better. That's
Come on, Fatima.
Role play, then roll. Yeah, much better, Esther.
Come on, Fatima.
There we go.
That one roll did your 2 camel switch that you wanted to do. Go ahead, Raviek.
Good, Fatima.
You did.
Come on. We're gonna put you in front now. You can pull. Come on, Fatima. Oh,
Yep.
way better. It came right along. 24.
Very good.
Oh,
Can you put me down next to C1?
boys.
No.
Oh, boys.
Did anybody during that hour want to accomplish anything like a Boyer Fletcher activity or anything
Did I get a message back?
besides those prayers? I'm not yet.
Not a feeling yet.
How wide's the crossbeam up there
Yeah, I'll
between the
fix some of
camels
my
there?
arrows that I need to fix.
How many you have, Esther?
2 of them. I
Okay.
needed some retethering.
I'm sorry, Cena, what?
How wide is that beam up here through where the camels are hooked up?
The solid beam that runs up through the middle is
X
about
minus
3
1,
feet
yeah.
wide of plank.
Oh, perfect.
And the ones, the offshoots that go to the camels are about 1 foot wide.
Nice.
How many arrows?
I'm gonna change up my position in that hour and get myself up in here.
Did you get your arrows from that battle?
Well, the 17,
Yes,
which
that's why I
translates to a
needed, 2 of them
16.
redone.
And dexterity on Aster is 17. You're good.
Did you get your sling bullet back from the one you hit?
Yes, I just rolled for it with a 5. So thanks for reminding me though, Reviek, because it's hard to remember when you're DMing.
Coming up off the ski
Yeah, can you start for Sino?
across the
He climbed up on the
carriage,
beach.
and I'm gonna go down onto the beam.
No, we'll give him an acrobatics check,
There you go.
which he's very good at.
That's
12.
So it's a 25 total, something like that.
Do you think maybe we should change out C2 and C6?
Yes, I was kind of making my way up there too.
Is you look tired now?
Stealth wind.
Mina.
Roll me a d6 for an encounter check this hour.
We'll be changed out
One.
soon.
Oh boy, here we go.
As we're doing this, we're hearing a rumble. And up ahead, to our northeast, the direction we're traveling, in the totally clear sky, by the way, now, with constellations that definitely look foreign, you're seeing a cloud rising up ahead with this rumbling.
It's that same thing.
What do you guys got?
Something's coming, I believe. There's a death
Yes,
storm being
definitely.
I
coming
think
up.
it's that same creature.
I'm gonna move.
Judging by the
right on
distance,
that
we got
side.
probably 5-10 minutes before they come in visual sight with the rolling dunes. And I'll also point out, the whole time since leaving Bralazar, we've been slightly going uphill as we get towards the Northknife Pass.
Just be prepared, because
Put the
we're
wagon
gonna
along that
probably,
side.
we might come
Because
across
then
other
if it's
people.
just like a flying caravan, they can just roll right past us.
Yes, so
That's
just
chilling.
be on the ready.
But you were driving.
Yeah, that's why I said just put the, because I'm steering them over to the edge.
Okay.
Not all the way into the crack, but yeah, over there.
Just in case it is something come flying down through there. Got room to pass.
Thanks, Raviak, for moving them for us.
And then if something is
Wouldn't necessarily be, you know.
gonna attack us, I can always crank it to the right and turn if we need to.
And I
Those
will,
are very cool molds for those camels you have there in Stealth Wind.
and I will
Yeah, I
stand
like
next
those when I
to.
got them.
I will stand next
Good
to
paint
mine.
job, too.
I'm gonna stand next to
I'm gonna-
Fatuma
Yeah.
and keep him calm.
That's what I'm
You
doing
set the
down
lead
next
right
to
here.
mine too, is keeping him calm.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and go with your old checks that you just did because it's the same hour. You're
Okay.
still controlling these animals very well. And before they come into visual range or we're going to take our first break.
See you in a minute.